Thing about tonight's energy or effort and the way that Utah played as to being the difference tonight?
They just started off playing a lot faster than us, step slow. And it showed, we tried to pick it up in the second half, but, put ourselves in a bad position early.
Russ, you had that stretch in the third, had the alley-oop and the three-pointer, and you were at the free throw line. There were some fans chanting MVP for you. Did that moment in this building have any significance for you to kind of hear just how much the fans have come behind you in the last week or so?
Honestly, I'm just grateful and blessed, man. I give all my thanks and all my credit to the men above for allowing me to be able to go out and compete. Good games, bad games, off nights, good nights. And I'll just let my play and my work speak for itself.
There's been there's been a bunch of talk, Russ, about as a group needing the offense to catch up to the defense, and the defense had been pretty solid through the first 7 games. And you mentioned the speed of things, but do you think anything had to do with the shift in focus of we got to get our offense going that maybe some of the defensive habits slipped?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I haven't even heard that commentary, at least from us internally. So I'm not sure why it was tonight, but it's the NBA, man. 82 games. Sometimes there will be times you have some slippage, and you can be beat on any given night, and that's a good ball club.
Russ, to kind of elaborate on Utah, what did you make of them? They were a team that entered the season without maybe a lot of expectations. What did you think of seeing them? First team in the West to 7 wins.
They play hard, play together. You can see that with their group and their work and their competitive spirit and nature shows.
Russ, how you doing? Crystal, nice to meet you. Right over here. Hey. So I'm sure you don't believe in moral victories, but you were dynamic as soon as you hit the hardwood. Is there anything that you can take away from that?
Just constantly keep bringing what I know how to do, not just play basketball with a competitive fire and spirit, and let my energy kind of be contagious. Try the best way I can to be able to come in and be effective some way or somehow, and I can continue doing that.
Threes, they play as a team. They're unpredictable, and they outplayed the Lakers tonight. And this is a measure of kind of where the Lakers are right now. I mean, they've had some some good defense, but they've yet to find a connection together to win games at home. Yeah. Utah's playing well. They shouldn't have beat the Lakers, I don't think, but they outplayed them. They played harder, they played smarter, they executed more points in the paint. And so this is where the Lakers are. They really got to figure out where they are right now and start working on some consistency, especially when they're trying to score some points.
One more before you jump in for big game, because you mentioned playing hard. 14 offensive rebounds. Yep. For 25 points, and you really notice when AD is not in that game and that rim protection is no longer there. Team rebounding not great, but Utah getting those offensive boards and creating more opportunities.
Yeah, we need another big. It'd be nice to get Bryant back. I don't know if he's, the answer, but we need another big to help AD out. As far as rim protection, they got a lot of points in the paint, a lot of second opportunities, and so, but that's effort. That's effort. And I think everybody can get in there and get rebounds, long rebounds, loose balls, 50-50 balls like that. They can win those, but Utah just kind of took it to them tonight.
You've been patient.
Yeah. If you look at this game and you look at Utah, Utah knows they have to play as a team in order to win games. And that's the key thing that you said, James. They play as a team. Not saying that the Lakers don't play as a team, but the Utah Jazz have more movement in their offense. You get the ball, and it sticks in LeBron's hand, it sticks in AD's hand, it sticks in Russ's hand. Now everybody's keying in on these guys. Now, if you're moving like the Utah Jazz, you're going to get some open shots. You'll get some offensive rebounds because you're cutting towards the basket. You're just now on the perimeter. That's why the Utah Jazz had 20 more shots than the Lakers. Think about that. That's 20 more shots than the Lakers. And when you get extra shots, because you cut into the basket and you got guys who've designated to go get offensive rebounds, you're gonna have opportunities to put up 130 points, and that's one of the things that's kind of a lost art in the NBA, because everybody now wants to shoot threes. But I tell everybody, I told Brez this, and he noticed it the other day. When you shoot threes, if you run to the elbow, you can close your eyes and put your hands up. The ball is going to bounce to you. Yep. But nobody runs through the elbows to get the offensive rebound. But Utah did. That's why they got 20 more shots.
More to your point about them playing like a team, 31 assists. When you look at their box score, 9 different guys with assists, 6 different guys with at least 3 assists.
Yeah, that's key. You know, that's from playing.
Ball's popping.
And you would think these are stats from a team that you think been together from a long time. These guys just got assembled. You know, they said
they're supposed to be on Wemby watch.
Exactly. and you got to really appreciate that. You know, that's a credit to the coach. That's a credit to the players, because they want to play and they know they have to play as a team in order to be successful.
Yeah, Gobert leaving, Donovan's leaving.
Yeah.
You know, so you can tell that this team has gotten together and they says nobody's going to respect us. You know, our stars are gone. Everybody's expecting us to be at the bottom. And they're just playing the way the game is supposed to be played, because it doesn't matter how talented you are. Talent only helps you if you're playing team ball. And the Lakers didn't play the way they should have played team tonight. And the team that played better was Utah.
Big Game, such a lesson, and Rob, in terms of like being patient with players as well, and realizing how much talent is out there in this league. And sometimes the right situation, or maybe just maturity, and you can be put in a position to really thrive and succeed. I look at Lauri Markkanen, and I remember you saying something, we were watching the game, like they weren't using him right in Chicago. Well, he came over in that Cleveland trade for Donovan Mitchell, and he looks great. They're using him the right way. He's confident. He's going inside, outside. And he just looks like a different player. Now, obviously, he's put in a few years now, so he'll just get better with time.
You know, he reminds me of, you remember when Kevin Love was in
Minnesota?
Minnesota, how he was just killing it, and then he goes somewhere and everybody like, what happened to Kevin Love? It's the system. It's about who you play with. You think about who the guys he was with in Chicago. Those guys didn't pass the ball.
Yeah.
You know, now he's in a system where they move the basketball. He's more comfortable. He's like, yo, if you really look around and see, he's the star of this team.
He's the focal point of this.
He's the focal point, just like Kevin Love. And when you're not the focal point, everybody sometimes scratches your head and like, wow, we thought this dude was good. He's good.
Yeah.
He has to have a coach that puts him in the right situation. I'm always saying to coaches around the world, put your players in the position to succeed. Just don't run a system for your team. Run a system for your players. And that's what he's been doing, what's happening in Utah.
No question. I mean, to have players that commit to one another and be put in situations where your talent, can be appreciated. That's what Utah have done. I mean, they got Conley there; he's still around. Clarkson's still there, but they really have put all of their players in a position to utilize their talents, the way they run their offense, the way they space. Everyone on the floor is capitalizing on their strengths, and that's like Rob said, it's a credit to the coaching staff.
Rob, let's talk a little